Hi, I'm Kathy Bernard, and today we're going to talk about how to score high on LinkedIn for business, sales, customer service, and marketing so that you can score extremely high on LinkedIn for what you do or what you sell at Interlayer. All right, so LinkedIn is absolutely huge for business. So if you're not on LinkedIn yet, I encourage you to get on right away. And what we're going to talk about is why it's so important for you to use at Interlayer. It's the world's largest business network with more than 700 million people on it. About 170 million of those people are in the US. So pretty much anybody who does business in the United States is on LinkedIn. And when I talk about scoring high on LinkedIn, I have a specific thing that I'm talking about. And that is if we figure out exactly how to maximize your LinkedIn profile, you can score in the top 10% if you were looking for a job like what you do. I'm not trying to sell you on getting another job. What I'm saying is the same thing that can help you score high for a job can also help you score high for what you do. And here's what I mean by that. If you were to look for a job like what you do, like on the left side here for a sales position, you could score in the top 10% for being a sales representative by doing the right things, by having the right skills listed in your skills section, by having the right current experience in your current experience section box, and by having the right experience listed in your past experience. Same thing with customer service. The skills might be slightly different that are wanted, but if you have the right skills in the right boxes, you're going to score high for that job. So we're going to teach you exactly how to put the right skills into the skills section of your LinkedIn profile. And we're going to talk about how to make sure your experience section and your past experience section is pumped up so that you score extremely high. Why that's important is if you score high on LinkedIn, you will be found more easily on LinkedIn as well as on Google. It really works. And what I mean by that and how I know this to be true is I had a client that was a soundproofing company, a little mom and pop soundproofing company in St. Louis. And she wanted to be found so that she could do business here in St. Louis. So what I did is I pumped up her skills. I pumped up her experience, past experience, her whole profile. And what I noticed is that when somebody would look for her on LinkedIn, not for her company, they didn't know her company name, but when they looked for soundproofing in St. Louis, what I noticed is she started showing up #1 in the search results on LinkedIn. But more importantly, I noticed that she started showing up #1 in the nation on Google. So if you do it right on LinkedIn, you can start showing up really high on Google and on LinkedIn. So what's the first step for doing that is improving your profile. So we're going to talk about specific steps to maximize your profile. The first thing you want to do is make sure that you have your photo listed in, shown in the circle box up at the top of your profile. The size is 300 by 300 pixels up to 500 by 500 pixels. You want it to make sure that it's cropped to your head and shoulders, looks professional. The reason is you get 14 times more profile visits to your profiles, and 36 times more chances for messages. A lot of times there'll be sales messages from other people, but people can have a trust factor of knowing you're a real person because you have your picture showing. The next thing you want to do is you want to maximize your headline. It just got upgraded to 220 characters that you can use on your profile. So you have a lot more room. Don't just say sales representative at Interlayer. Use that space to tell your story. So you might say something like sales representative, and then you might say what state you represent or what products that you or services that you offer. You might add specifically what Interlayer offers that your competitors don't about clinical, operational, and financial performance. If you're in customer service, maybe you add something about healthcare solutions and healthcare providers and how you can save money and elevate organizational health. So don't waste that headline. Really use it to play up what you want people to know about what you sell. Then as you move down on your profile, if you haven't added it yet, you want to click Add Profile section and add an About Summary. In the About Summary, you have 2,600 characters where you could tell your story and you can tell Interlayer's story. So what you could do is you could include, here's why people contact me, what they need to buy, my phone number or my contact info, maybe your email address, maybe the web address for Interlayer. Then you can include the services that you offer, the products that you offer, what you specialize in. It's a lot of room. Think of it as like the Yellow Pages ad for what you do and what you offer. The first 300 characters are really important on your profile in that summary section because people are lazy and they don't click see more unless you prove to them why they should. So think about really making that first 300 characters really strong on your summary section. Maybe you could say something like, we connect healthcare providers with the right vendors and manufacturers. Maybe include your email address, your phone number, and the website to Interlayer. If you don't want them to call you, then include the phone number they should call. Tell them what you do and what you don't do so that they know not to bother you for something that you don't do. So educate people on exactly what you want them to do on your summary. Maybe have everybody at Interlayer include the same paragraph throughout so that everybody has a consistent message on their profile. Now, one trick is to include your skills. The skills that are down in your skills section, include them into your summary section. I tell people to go ahead and make them alphabetical. Now, this is a lot of words that I list, but what I do is I search for what are wanted for job descriptions on LinkedIn using a premium account. And then I put them in alphabetical order and I put the words that are most wanted. And they're similar to search engine optimization words. These are the words that are wanted that can help you score high. So for sales, I've kind of limited this. There's actually more words than this. Some of the key skills that you want to make sure you include are things like sales, sales management, but things also like Microsoft Office, Microsoft Word, team building, things that you may not know. And it's the same thing with customer service. Some of the skills are going to be the same, like sales, but they're also going to want things like customer engagement, customer experience, customer satisfaction, teamwork, team leadership. When you know the right skills and you put them into your profile and you get endorsed for them, you start scoring high. But sharing them on your summary can also help because it helps make you show up a little higher in search results. So one of the things that I do is I've made an entire list of what skills are wanted for sales, what skills are wanted for customer service, what skills are wanted for marketing. If you email me at Kathy@wiseru.com, say, hey, I'm at Interlayer, can you send me those skills? I can send you the skills for what you do. So let me know your job title or the type of work that you do. And then also feel free to invite me to connect on LinkedIn. I'm the Kathy Bernard in St. Louis, Missouri. Other things that you can do on your profile is you can add images, video, PowerPoint presentations, sales sheets, all of that at the top of your profile, just underneath where your head and this summary is a place called featured. And you could feature posts that you've written on LinkedIn, articles, links to like your YouTube. You can include media, and media could be images, could be PowerPoint presentations. You can include all of that to tell the story of Interlayer services on your profile. All you got to do is add profile section, click on, say, media, find that document or that image on your computer, and then upload it, and it'll show right there on your profile. You can also add visuals into each of your experience sections. So like when you're at Interlayer, you may want to upload 5 different images. They're smaller, but you could upload those images onto each of your experience sections. So that's where you could share different things about various services and products. Now I'm going to tell you about the most important box on your entire profile, and that is your current job title at Interlayer. What you want to do is look at that. You got 100 characters in there, and what you want to do is you want to pump it up for what you are offering. If you're a sales representative, this might be where you put sales representative, but then what you're going to include is you may say something about healthcare, cost effectiveness, uh, healthcare clinical results, what you want in there. You may include how to contact you, or you may want to include very specific things, what they benefit from. 100 characters isn't a lot, but don't just waste it with sales representative, because it can really help you score for what you want to be found for. So in these examples, the first person's talking about asphalt paving. Because they have the word asphalt paving in their profile, in that experience section, they're going to be more findable for that word. Same thing with the second one. This guy's an executive coach, and he helps business owners and CEOs improve their businesses. So he includes those words in there. And third thing, this person is selling a product. So he's listing like DocuMiner, paper record storage removal. He's saying exactly what he wants to be found for. So really think about your job title. That's extremely important. And you also want to make sure to maximize your past experience. If you were a sales rep in another job, you want to make sure you're not calling it something else. Maybe they were called account manager there, and in parentheses, you might add the word sales representative so that you continue to score high for what you do. And then there's a description box in each one of your experience sections. So you want to include all the duties that you do, and you want to use those words that I just told you about on skills that are important. So you might mention, use Microsoft Office or Microsoft Excel to create spreadsheets. Then you're getting those key words in that the skills already taught you are what they're seeking for what you do. So don't just use the job title, include your description. Then you get down to the skills section. You can add up to 50 different skills, and they're very important which ones that you add in. The top 3 skills show before the See More link, so you want to make sure that those are the right 3 skills. Then you can get endorsed for those skills from other people. So to add skills, if you haven't added any skills yet, you want to go to Add Profile section and add skills in, and then you want to add up to 50 skills. What I want to point out is if you put in your job title that you are a sales representative, or you say you're in customer service, or you say you're in marketing, it'll show you some bubbles that you might want to include, and those bubbles are usually pretty accurate. If the bubbles aren't right for you, then you're not using the right job titles, and they're kind of confused by it. But you can also click into the skills box and you can add up to 50 skills. Once you've added them, you may want to change the order of what 3 skills show up at the top. There is a way to control that. You can click the pencil, and then you can see 3 pins over to the left, and you can unclick one of them and have it drop down, and then you can pick a new skill down below and have it pop up to the top. You can also use the little 4 lines over to the right, which is called a hamburger menu. And within the sections, you can control which thing you want on the top. So if I wanted LinkedIn to go to the very top, I'd click on the hamburger menu and pull it up above LinkedIn training. So you can control it, but only in each section. So make sure your top 3 skills are the ones that you most want to be known for. One really great trick, particularly if you are in sales, is to endorse other people for their skills. And how you do that is you go to the skills section, scroll down to there, you're going to see plus signs. When you click on the plus sign, it can turn into a check mark. You got to say how highly skilled you think they are. So just say highly skilled, and then it'll turn into a check mark, and you can endorse people. And here's what I suggest doing is endorse a client or a customer or a prospect, maybe endorse them for 3 skills today, 3 skills next week, 3 skills the week after that, and really milk this for a long time. What happens is they start really thinking of you as a friend and wondering why you're so darn nice. The other thing is when you endorse other people for skills, you show up higher in search, and so do they. So it's a nice thing to do for them, but it also helps you. So endorse other people for their skills. Endorse each other, and make sure you get endorsed by someone, because your skills don't count unless you have been endorsed for them. So somebody has to be connected to you, and then they have to go down to your skills section and click each plus sign to endorse you for a skill. When you are doing your experience section for Interlayer, make sure that you pick the logo from the list that pops up. If you don't, you're not connected to the Interlayer company page so that people can read more about Interlayer and find Interlayer through you. LinkedIn is a very networking oriented platform, and so people are going to probably find you before they find Interlayer. But then they can go from your profile, click on the logo next to your experience section, and go to your company page. Make sure that on your company page, if you type in Interlayer in the search box, make sure you click follow to support your company. But this is where people can click and see all 452 employees that are on LinkedIn, where they can learn more. And you could do the same by studying your prospects' company pages. You could go to their company page, such as Mercy. You can follow their company, and you can sort all of the employees using filters like location, job title, seniority, if you have a premium account, all different types of things, and you can find the right person who is your probable prospect at those company pages. You can also learn a ton about companies by going to the About link, and you can learn all about their company, their web address, how large they are, when they were founded. You can also learn about all the people at a company. So you can click on the People tab, and you can see where they live in the United States or around the world, where they went to college. And then you can scroll right down and you can find people that maybe they went to the same college as you, or maybe they live in Greater St. Louis or wherever you are. And that can give you a reason to reach out to that person to say, hey, I see that you also are from University of Missouri, go Tigers, and give them a reason to connect. And speaking of connecting is really important. You want to keep growing your network. It doesn't just have to be with your clients. You can grow your network with friends, family, influential people. I have over 11,000 connections, and I promise I don't know most of those people, but I connect with people because it can help you be found for what you sell or for what you do. So how that works is, if you have a first degree connection, say you invite me to connect, I accept, that makes us first degree connections. That can lead to you being able to see all 11,000 plus connections of mine, and they can see you when they do their searching for what you offer. So that can really help you be found. And then your third connections are friends of your friends, friends of your friends' friends, basically. So what you can do is, one person can lead to tens of thousands of more people who can see your results when they look for someone like you. So grow your network, grow it strategically, but grow your network. Other things that you can do on LinkedIn is you can post articles on your homepage. How you do that is you go into the homepage and you click share an article, photo, or update. And what it does is drive traffic to your company's website or blog or wherever you're sharing the article. You can also share articles about your industry, maybe, or about your city, or good news that you see happening, maybe on your sports team or whatever. You can click into the browser window, copy that link, and then paste it into that start a post box. When you do that, you wait a second, the headline will appear, the link will appear, and then you'll also see whatever is the main image for that article. Then you can add words like great news about this new auto body shop coming to Forest. Say something positive about that news. Share articles about your clients, your prospects, uh, adopt them. When you adopt companies, they love it and they appreciate it. So one thing I would strongly encourage you to do is follow all your prospects and your customers. And when you see their news on your homepage, like, comment, and share on it. Liking is good, commenting is even better, and sharing it shares that news with your network. So get in the habit of doing that every day. It can take you a minute a day to do this. Once you start liking, commenting, and sharing, the LinkedIn knows it and will start putting that news first. So it's really easy for you to like, comment, and share on your clients' posts. And they really love it. They really appreciate it. Other things that you can do is follow hashtags. Now, hashtags are topical or location topics like healthcare investment. How you find these hashtags to follow, you would type in hashtag capital 3 healthcare investment, all one word, or just healthcare. And there's millions of people following healthcare. But you can do that, and then you can click follow. What happens when you follow like healthcare investment, articles that are about that start showing up on your homepage so that you can comment on them. If you follow healthcare, maybe you're going to see where somebody's talking about, hey, we're looking for a healthcare provider that can help us save money. And you might be able to respond and say, hey, that's what we do. The other thing is, if you post something, you can include a hashtag, like hashtag St. Louis, hashtag healthcare, hashtag clinical results. And when you do that, anybody who's interested in that topic will start seeing it on their homepage. So it's a great way to get in front of your prospects. So I know I covered a lot, but the three most important things that I want you to know is you want to maximize your profile with the intent of being found for what you do or what you sell. You want to grow your network, particularly strategically with your prospects, with your customers, with influential people, but also with friends, family, and anybody else who you think would be good to connect with. And you want to stay active on LinkedIn. Don't just fix it one day and not come back. Because remember when I was telling you about the soundproofing company? She was showing up #1 on Google in the nation. But what happened is she stopped doing anything with it and she started drifting down on Google and on LinkedIn. So you want to stay active. How do you stay active? By connecting with people, by liking, commenting, and sharing on their articles, and also by endorsing them for their skills. So doing those things on LinkedIn will help you be found on LinkedIn. Now, I've covered a ton of things, but the really good news is that what I want you to do now is improve your profile based on what you've learned during this session. And then next week, or January 27th and 28th, I'm going to be doing live reviews of Intellier profiles. They're going to be really fast and furious. I'm going to look at several people, but join me for those sessions. And what you can see is I'm going to be looking at other people's profiles. If we can get to it, I'll look at your profile too. And I'll say, here's what you might want to do with your headline. Here's what you might want to do with your job thing. Okay, I see you've got 4 skills. Here's the skills that you might want to add. So you'll know exactly what to do on your profile. So I look forward to seeing you there. And in the meantime, maximize your profile so that you can be found on the world's largest business network, LinkedIn. Talk soon. Bye-bye.